So we're going to use a pillow tonight. So if you want to grab one, maybe one that has a little bit of firmness to it would be good. And while you do that, I'll just take the visitor out. All right, so we're going to start sitting up on the pillow. Okay, I'm just going to mute this. There we go. Okay. All right, so if you just joined, I was just letting everyone know we're going to use a pillow tonight. And we're going to start sitting on the pillow with legs crossed. And we'll just let the hips tilt forward off the pillow a little bit, letting the front of the belly and the pelvis feel a little bit more open. Let your eyes close. Let the shoulders relax. And let your attention come here into this space, onto your body, and onto your breath. Giving yourself a few moments, just letting go of the busyness of the day. Inviting relaxation for the evening. Let your head just slowly start to turn, making little circles for the neck. And if there's any places that feel especially tense or sore, you can hold for a few seconds and just allow them some time to release. And then keep just circling the head. And bringing it back the other direction. And one more circle around. We'll pause into the center and let that movement come into the shoulders, just shrugging them up and then away from the ears. And then taking that movement back the other direction. Maybe making these circles a little bit bigger. And then releasing the arms long. Let's stretch them out to each side of the room. And then pull the hands back of the hands Coming behind the shoulder line, shoulder blades squeezing together, open through the chest. Beautiful. Coming forward, we'll interlock the fingers. Press the palms out in front of you, and then lift up to the ceiling, finding a nice long spine. And then take a little dip to the side. Moving back through the center and out to the other side. Back to the center, and we'll bring palms to the base of our skull, elbows open, and we'll just lean the head back into the hands. Good. Let's close the elbows together, let the back round. And then on an inhale, we'll open and spread the elbows wide again, taking that look up. Exhaling to close the elbows and round the spine. Just coming back and forth between these two a couple of times. Good. Let's take one more in each position. And then we'll release the hands, bring them into the lap, and just start to make some little circles around with the upper body. And bring it back the other way as well. Good. We'll pause in the center there. And then just walk the hands forward, coming into a fold. So you can slide the pillow out from under you if that feels a little better for the fold. Lifting up just to the hands, and we'll walk them out to the left, and then lay back down over the left leg. Lifting up and walk out to the right, lining the belly over that leg, and then just come down as far as feels good. And lifting our way back up again, we'll come to center. And then we'll move the pillow out if we have it underneath us. And let the legs stretch out into our straddle. Give me a little shake of the legs to release the hips. And we'll take those same little circles around now with our legs open. And back the other direction. And taking one more, and then we'll pause in the center. And reach the hands out in front, giving yourself a little fold. Let the neck relax here as you hold this. Letting the chin fall to the chest. You can even rock the head side to side to help the neck release. And we'll lift to the hands and just walk them over the left leg. And then reaching out to fold over the leg. Now I'm going to hold on to the leg with my left hand. And I'm going to let the right arm open up so that my chest opens. The side of my body is coming down over my thigh. And I'll reach the right arm over my head. Big side stretch on the right. And we'll come back up to the center. Bring the hands out in front of you. And then walk them out to the right so that the chest lines up with the right thigh. And then coming down as far as feels good for this side. Now keeping a hold with the right hand of the leg or foot, we'll open the left arm up, open the chest, and then reach that left arm over your head. Moving back to the center. Soles of the feet are going to slide together. Cobbler's pose. And one more time, we'll start with the circles around. This is a great way to just warm the body into each of the stretches. Taking it back the other way. Good. Pausing in the center, we'll tuck the chin to the chest and let the back curve as you come down into your fold. So aiming the top of the head toward the feet. Nice round back like cat. Let's slowly roll our way back up. And we'll bring the bottoms of the feet down onto the mat. Taking your hands out behind you, fingertips face forward. Just give the knees a little rock side to side. We'll pause in the center and make our way over to all fours. Coming to tabletop and then moving into cat-cow. With an inhale, swing the back and letting the belly just round down toward the mat. On an exhale, arching the spine, press the mat away, tuck the tailbone. And just moving back and forth between these two, following your breath. Let's let the hips then press back toward the heel, reaching the hands forward toward the top of the mat, and let your forehead come down in child's pose. Now we're going to take a little twist in child's pose by tenting the fingertips in the left hand so that the arm lifts up. The right arm is going to slide underneath it, palm face up, and bring your shoulder and your ear down to the mat. So you'll feel this deep in that right shoulder. And then we'll let that left hand go flat, bringing the right arm back up. Tent your right fingertip and slide the left arm under, shoulder and ear to the mat. Good, lifting back out, we'll slide the left arm forward. And then come back to all fours. Let's stretch the left leg out, toes to the mat. Extend through your heels, so give a little press into the mat. Pushing the ball of the foot in, feeling that stretch down the back of your leg. Good, we'll lift the leg up to float. And then cross it out to the right. So crossing behind you, toes come down to the mat. We're going to take a little crunch in on the right side to look back at the toes. Feel your left side stretching out. Good, now we'll take the leg out beside us to the left. Let the foot come down with toes facing forward. And give yourself a little rock back toward the back foot and forward again. So we'll take an extended leg, child's pose here. by pressing the hips back toward that back foot, leaving your left leg extending. You don't have to come all the way flat. Go as deep as the leg allows, and then just hold and breathe. If you are up tall, it can help to bring the forearms down so that you still have a good bit of support there. On your next breath, lifting back up to the hands. And we'll bring that left leg back in. Right leg extends out. We'll give a little push through the heel, just stretching the back of that leg. And we'll lift the leg, cross it out to the left. And then take a little crunch in the left side to look back at your toes. Releasing back out to the side. The foot comes down, the toes point forward, and we'll just start with a little rock forward and back first. Easing the hip into it. Good. We'll let the hips come back now as far as feels good. Noticing the sensation in your inner thigh and leg. Noticing your breath here. Last breath. And let's lift our way back up. And slide that leg in. Good. Now we'll take the left foot forward in between the hands. Taking our way into a heavy lunge first. So I'm just going to sink into that front leg. Let my body weight sink into the thigh. And then straightening through the front leg, we'll take the hips back into our half split. Just letting the back of that left leg stretch as long as it can. And your chest reach for the thigh. Bending that front knee again. And we'll walk both hands inside the foot. Take that left foot out to the edge of your mat. Into your lizard pose. Now you can hold here up on the hands. If the hip feels it can go deeper, you can let that left knee kind of open to the side on the edge of your foot. And if you feel like you can go deeper still, you can lower to the forearms. Just feeling out that hip in each stage. Good. Let's bring the foot back down. We'll walk up to the hands and just bring that knee back. Right foot steps forward. And we'll take this heavy lunge, just laying on the thigh. Bend that right knee deep to sink forward and feel that stretch come into the front of your left thigh. Good. Let's start to straighten the leg and walk the hands back. Letting our chest fall toward the thigh. Your neck relax. And then moving into lizard, bending the knee again. We'll step both hands inside the foot and then walk that foot to the right edge of your mat. Let the knee open to the side if you like. And come to the forearms if you like. Just feeling where the hip wants to go on this side. Lifting back to the hands if you've come down. And letting that foot step. Let's give a push into child's pose, just releasing the hips, releasing the wrists. Let's lift our way back up. And we'll just come over to lay on our backs. I'll take the feet flat to the mat. Let my hands fall to my sides and just give the knees a little rock side to side. Coming into the center, let's take the left leg up, and you can take a hold behind the thigh. Just circle out that ankle. And flexing the foot now, we'll press the heel to the ceiling. And then we'll bend the knee again. I'm just going to cross the ankle over my thigh and let the knee open up to the side in a figure four. We'll reach down and take a hold of the back of our right thigh, coming to our reclining pigeon pose. If this feels good, you can try extending the right leg and just hold here a moment. Okay, let's bend that knee again, and we'll just bring the foot back to the mat. And then give the hips a little rock over to the right, letting the bottom of your left foot come down toward the floor. The shoulder blades stay down on the mat. You can turn your head out to the left to take a twist here. Yeah, let's release back into the center. And we'll take the left foot down. Reach the right leg up and just take a hold behind the thigh. And give the ankle a little turn. We'll flex the foot then and just press the heel up to the ceiling. Feeling that stretch run all the way down the back of our leg. Bend the knee, let the ankle cross over your thigh, and the knee open to the side. Reclining pigeon, reaching behind that left thigh to pull the leg up toward you. And then taking the option, if you like, of extending the leg. We'll let that left leg bend and the foot come back to the floor. And then just tilt your hips over to the left, letting the bottom of your right foot come down. And your head can turn out to the right. And we'll make our way back into the center. And release that leg. Let's take both knees up into the chest now and just give ourselves a little rock side to side. opening up into happy baby. So we're going to flex the feet, open them toward the ceiling. Our knees are going to open a little wider than our rib cage. You can take a hold of the bottoms of your feet or maybe the backs of your thighs and just give yourself a little rock side to side. You can give a little pull in through the hands to help open the hips a little bit more. We'll take our feet down a little bit wider than the mat. And then let the knees just fall together in the center. The arms can come up overhead. We'll just lay one palm into the other. Go ahead, give the knees a little rock side to side, leaving the feet nice and wide there. And then we'll walk the legs back in and let them go long. We're going to take our pillow one more time and slide it up underneath the back, right under your shoulder blades. If the pillow's kind of thin, you can roll it up a little bit and then lay over it so that you have a nice arch coming into the back. The chest is really open, but the shoulders are able to come down to the floor. You can open your arms to the side. This is our supported fish pose. Getting a little back bend in with the support of our pillows. And now we'll just move ourselves into Shavasana. You can bend the knees to kind of lift the back and slide the pillow out. You can leave it under your legs or under your head if you'd like. And we're just going to lay the body out nice and long. Let the feet fall open in their natural position. The palms soften and the fingers come to their natural curl. And here we'll just take a couple minutes simply following our breath in and out. And as thoughts of our day or the things we need to get done for tomorrow start to drift in, we'll acknowledge those thoughts there. And then just let them pass by like a cloud in the sky. Returning your focus onto your breath and the relaxation in your body to keep ourselves in the present. Notice if any muscles are tensed or flexing, and let them release. Let your jaw gently part. The space between the eyebrows goes soft. And let yourself just melt into the mat. Give yourself a couple deep breaths. Inhaling relaxation and peace for your evening. Exhaling any tension that might still remain. And then we'll just gently let the body begin to stretch and move. Letting the arms reach out. Give yourself a stretch, fingertips to toes. And then just take your time, slowly moving back up to seated. We'll let our hands come to the heart. Give yourself gratitude for showing up tonight, being in your practice and connecting to yourself. And then let the hands come to the forehead, sending that gratitude out to each other person here. Thank you all so much for coming and sharing your evening with me. Namaste. Thanks so much, Linda. Thanks, Paula. Bye, Declan. Thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.